Did a member of the public come out and contact anyone from the Edison Town Council that there was sexual misconduct between them and the current mayor, the public safety director? I would like each member of the council to answer, were they contacted by this individual? Are we cutting off the people's public speaking time because the mayor doesn't want to be confronted with the truth?
Thank you, Mr. Christo.
Is there a teacher that accused the mayor of sexual misconduct? And I'd like for each member of the council to answer that, please, and thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
I'm going to advise council members not to respond to that request of the gentleman, that you each individually respond to that last question that was raised.
Did any member of the public contact any members of the town council making allegations of sexual misconduct against the mayor?
I was contacted by a victim regarding the same. I felt that there was a crime that was committed. No man can be a good citizen who is not honest in dealing with other men and women. It's a question that was asked, has been asked for probably 3 or 4 meetings. And these questions started coming up and have been asked over and over at meetings. So yes, I have a statement. I am not going to be part of a cover-up. I'm sorry, sir.
The video you are about to watch contains information about very serious accusations made against Sam Joshi, the current mayor of Edison, New Jersey. Councilman Richard Brescher, who has always had Christo's back as far as respecting his rights in public meetings, goes public about sexual assault allegations aimed at the mayor. Christo, otherwise known as Jersey Watcher, has known about these allegations for quite some time, about 6 months. The mayor had knowledge that Christo knew about these allegations and that Christo was investigating these allegations. Christo even has a video of the victim, a school teacher, telling her story about these allegations. These allegations would have continued to be covered up if Christo wasn't as persistent as he has been in trying to get these questions answered, and is presumably the reason why part of his bond conditions was provoking his right to use social media until after his trial. Christo was a hero for this. Steve is too. Their persistence has possibly led to justice for an alleged victim of sexual abuse at the hands of this mayor. This might have been one of the most bizarre public meetings I've ever watched. Let's get into the video.
Where's Mayor Sam Joshi? He should have been here. He should have congratulated these young men. Once again, he doesn't show up. I'd like to know where he is. Recently, Suzanne Russell, fake news, put on an article claiming the minutes were being reduced and taken away from the public, blaming members of the public for so-called racist and sexist remarks. That never happened. I feel the government here is creating a hostile atmosphere to the critics of Mayor Sam Joshi. I don't know what's going on. I never seen such an environment like this. Why just put reduce the minutes, put it on the agenda, and just take it away? Because you guys knew you were going to create a hostile environment and start blaming who you wanted to blame. Is there any evidence sexist and racist remarks were made? No, it never happened. I like to remind people up here, Sam Joshi used to live stream every single meeting when he was councilman, except the very last meeting before the COVID-19 pandemic, when we had a room full of Chinese people criticizing Sam Joshi. So it seems to me we just want to censor anything that makes the mayor look bad, and anything that makes him look good, we keep it up. Who has the authority to place items on the agenda? I thought only the council president has the authority. See, he's not even listening to me. Who has the authority to place items on the agenda? I thought only Council President Coyle has that authority. Is Deal and Sam Joshi and other people sneaking behind your back, putting things on the agenda that you don't even know about? In his own words, he said, I don't know how it keeps making it on the agenda. Either you're putting it on, and if you're not putting it on, who's putting it on? Many people apply to the Human Relations Committee. You ignore those applications. Why don't we have a Civil Rights Committee? By law, you're supposed to have a Civil Rights Committee. And I'm going to ask this question to every member on the town council. Did any member of the public contact any members of the town council making allegations of sexual misconduct against the mayor? And can we create a committee of the whole to investigate allegations of sexual misconduct? Because it seems to me, you know, we create these committee of the wholes, waste $20,000 for flyers, so-called racist flyers. Are we going to investigate sexual misconduct cases here in Edison, New Jersey? And I'd like to know from every council person, possibly the BA, did a member of the, could have been a government employee, could have been a member of the public, did anyone contact any of you guys that there's sexual misconduct, whether it's the mayor, the mayor's administration, or anyone else for that matter? Accountability and transparency and integrity is key. And it's your fiduciary duty to, and I'd like to know, what are the protocols? If a member of the public comes up and has such a case like that, if they come to you and they say possible sexual misconduct, what do you do with that? If it's a government employee, member of the public, who do you have to take that complaint to? I would like to know the protocols for that. And from every member of the council, did any member of the public contact you about any sexual misconduct allegations going on here in the township of Edison? How much time do I have, Marlena? And I think there are many other reasons to remove people's speaking times that the government doesn't want to admit. They don't want to be criticized. Maybe the mayor's forcing this to happen, but to start blaming residents, to start claiming a resident did something that they never did. To the council president Brescia, you look at May 23rd Facebook post where Mayor Sam Joshi, he's cyber harassing people. He's insinuating people made remarks that they never made. And then throughout the comments, you can see people are saying it was me or somebody else. That's cyber harassment. I wish the chief of police here, I'd like to ask him, what's he going to do about that? And please have some integrity and don't try to skip away from the question. Has any member of the public contacted you guys with sexual misconduct allegations? Are those allegations being investigated right now? And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Council President?
Yes, Councilman Brescher, and it's your, if you could we wait till the public portion is closed to make comments?
No, I wanted
Would
to
you mind?
comment for what he asked.
I know, but I just, as a courtesy, would you wait to the end of the meeting? There's just two more people to speak.
But everybody that asks a question, we answer them, and now him, you're not? Don't we treat everybody equally? Or
No,
is-
I do. It's my choice that this subject is deeper than a normal ask, and I would prefer just to wait. Is that, can you respect my choice to wait after?
Council President, it's your prerogative to treat the public differently as far as your friends or the people that you don't consider your friends. So that's your prerogative. If you don't want me to speak, I won't speak at this time.
I'm asking you to wait for the public comment to be over, and you can get into it. Not a problem. Thank
Council
you.
President?
Thank you. You're not recognized. And any members of the public would like to speak? Christo, is this a rebuttal? Because I just want to explain the new playing field.
I know there's no
Okay,
playing-
just to be fair, the original playing field has never been enforced. You can still speak. A rebuttal just has to be, okay.
Council President, do I get to
I'm
respond?
gonna call a motion to close the public portion. No, I'm gonna speak here. I just want to,
I thought you were going to tell them what a
First time
rebuttal is.
speaker.
I know what a rebuttal is. I thought you wanted to tell
okay,
them what a
do you
rebuttal
have a specific rebuttal?
Yeah.
Council President,
Yes.
we need to take the first time speaker.
Okay, I'm sorry, he didn't speak already. I apologize.
Good evening, AJ Benz, Edison, New Jersey. There's been other comments about Mayor Joshi's allegations, but I don't know what else to say. I seen on YouTube comments, if you go live right now, it says this, that, the third. We don't have, if you're gonna make allegations to the mayor of Edison, New Jersey, you better get your facts straight. That's all I'm gonna say. This mayor has been trying to help this town the best of his ability. The council has been trying to help this town the best of their ability. Give people a chance. Thank you very much.
Council President,
Yes,
can I Can
Can
I?
I, can I close the public portion?
No, I'd like to
Okay, sure.
answer.
Sure, go ahead. You're recognized, Councilman Brush, you have the
Yes.
floor.
You brought up a thing about with the mayor and people with accusations. I'd just like to tell you that there are some serious allegations that have come to light recently on the conduct of our mayor. I was contacted by a victim regarding the same. I have contacted the Attorney General, and they have contacted me back because I felt that there was a crime that was committed. Having said that, this is neither the forum nor the audience for this type of discussion. To the best of my knowledge, the investigation is ongoing, and as always, the truth shall prevail in the end. There are always two sides to a story, and I am sure that our mayor's office will come out with a statement if they feel necessary. My personal thoughts, of course, as the investigation progresses, and family and friends will have hard conversations about closely held truths. Everybody in Edison will be impacted. And then there's the backlash that will follow, that we've all heard before. This is a witch hunt, or why now? As I sit here today, in one sense, the most essential point to me is being a good citizen. No man can be a good citizen who is not honest in dealing with other men and women, and fearless in their presence of their foes. So please, before tarnishing anyone's reputation, let the investigation take its own course, whatever the outcome may be. Thank you.
I didn't know there was an investigation. Thank you.
You got educated.
I'm done speaking.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Richard, for saying the truth. Thank you. You're the best. I have no further comments with the
Thank you.
council. Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
Can I count on,
Thank
can I do Christo's comments?
Yeah, well,
No,
Or
I
you-
wanted
What are you saving him for? I don't know
to
what.
close, I'm asking just to close the public portion in just
Well, I'd
6
like to
minutes.
answer his comments in the public portion.
Council President, Bruce Diamond wants a rebuttal.
Listen, Rich, Councilman Brescher, if you can just wait for Bruce Diamond, let him just finish, and then we'll go to your comments. Okay?
We got a section for Council.
Bruce?
I find it obnoxiously coincidental that somebody from the audience asked a question about some alleged harassment, and Mr. Brescher seems to be reading a prepared damn statement, but he doesn't want to say anything he doesn't know anything about. F you.
Council President, I'd like to address
Bruce
Mr.
Diamond,
comment.
you cannot
I would
cannot
like
have
to-
that here, and that can't happen again.
Council President,
You don't have the floor. You don't have the floor. Okay,
Council
I'm just
President.
going to, Councilman Brescher, you're not recognized. I'm going to finish with him, and you're going to speak about your comments, and we're going to close the public portion. We're not going to have a back and forth about this discussion, which I'm fine with you commenting on.
I have a few rebuttals.
Okay,
We
state your name, please,
Christo, South Edison. Am I recognized?
and your address, please.
I don't need to provide my address, Danny. I'll provide it now. South
As a
Edison.
professional courtesy, can you do that?
South Edison.
Okay.
Okay.
Your rebuttal?
Yes, to the lawyer. The council president admonished me for clapping in the State versus Chesnusky. I'm not interfering in your meeting. I can certainly clap and I can even boo. Yeah, I was just admonished to be thrown out. I'd like you to address that State versus Chesnusky.
He's not going to address it. It's my,
Okay, I'd
it's
like
my
to
order.
continue. To Nick Fagan's
Christo.
comments, my rebuttal, to Nick Fagan's comments, the public also needs its act together. Maybe he should contact Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick today, and learn that you're committing civil rights violation by not having public comments. And they can sue every meeting and have it struck from the record, and anything they did, they have to come back and do a new meeting for, but they're too lazy. They just want to come up here and complain. Sue, contact Charlie Cradaville. He'll teach you how to do it.
Hey, please, no, nothing from the audience, please.
Now, in regards to somebody coming up here, first of all, maybe there was a prepared statements because for 3 or 4 meetings in a row, the same questions have been asked. The same questions have been asked in social media. When we have members of the public coming up here to say not to stand up for the victims, what kind of a township are we going to become? You didn't answer my question. Who other than the council president puts items on the agenda? And, how much time do I have left, Marlena?
A little over a minute.
Christo, I set the agenda. You're misinterpreting my statement.
You can answer after.
No, well, I'm going to answer now during your time. I'm going to answer now during your time. I'm going to answer now during your time.
But no. We had a member of the public come up here, try to shame other members of the public without getting their facts straight. At me, as a member of the public, if there's sick, disgusting allegations like this and we're retaliating on members of the public, I'm going to come up. I'm going to ask that question. I want to make sure that person, the victim, gets what she deserves. Joyce, you said you're a teacher. Dio claims they're teachers. When a teacher's victimized, they run and hide. And hypocrisy at its finest. We have a young gentleman claims to be a Democrat. We see the Me Too movement. But the moment you go to hold a Democratic leader responsible, they no longer care for the victims anymore. I want that on the record. You should really take a look at yourself and see what you're doing.
Christo, I'm giving you a warning. I'm giving you your first warning.
My warning? It's my time to speak. I'm not the one interrupting the meeting.
I'm taking control of this meeting, and please
I'm the one being given a warning.
Sit down.
I would like you guys to address the council president is out of order. It's my time to speak. I'm not. I
time is up. Please sit down. Please sit down. To answer your first question, Christo, I set the agenda, and you discussed the Monday Avenue, it being on there. Yes, I noticed it on there. It's this work session to discuss why it's on there. So it's obviously being taken off. So that's to answer your question. And can I have a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close the public portion.
Seconded.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Yep, Council
closed.
President.
Councilman Brescher, you're recognized. And you have the floor.
Okay. As far as Mr. Diamond's comment, he hasn't been to meetings, I guess, or stayed for the entire meetings, because the question that was asked has been asked for probably 3 or 4 meetings. I did have a woman that came to my home, a victim, that sat with me for 3 hours. For me to sit quiet is wrong. I will not be wrong. So that's why I had a prepared statement. I didn't know exactly what to say or how to say it. I have never been in this position in my life. I found it appalling and disturbing what I was told. I went to the Attorney General, Mr. Diamond. This has been going on for months, and these questions started coming up and have been asked over and over at meetings. So yes, I have a statement. I am not going to be part of a cover-up. I'm sorry, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Brescher.
God bless you. God bless America.
Christo, you're out of order. Please don't make any comments from the audience. Your first warning. I just want to make a comment before we continue here, and this can become a banter here. First, I protect every single member of this council, and we need to just be aware that each one of us were elected by the people to be here and have a right to ask questions. And in Rich's defense here, or any council member here, each one of you have a right to ask any question you wish. So, although I do appreciate Councilman Harris' discussion, which was a fair discussion, I do understand Councilmember Joyce Shipp also has some comments. But if we can keep this together and not make this a Rich, Rich, I do appreciate what you do for the council and the public. So, but yes,
Council President.
Yes, you have the floor.
When a statement gets made,
I understand you.
I
you
might
can.
be.
You,
I might be.
Your
wrong.
mic's not working right. On
Okay,
that.
I might be wrong. Okay.
Mike, is his mic not on? Because
Yeah, they probably cut my mic off. I get that.